You did not see me playing with that. What's up, guys? Fears, audience, coffee first. In my Darth Vader mug. I haven't used it in a while, so I thought I would use it today. Well, guys, what's up? I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. It's Monday. Nobody likes Mondays, but you know, we got to do the best job we can do on Monday because it's the start of the week. You know, everyone's groggy, everyone's tired. Man. But what a weekend I had. Lots to talk about, lots of updates. So we just need to get right into it. So let me open up the chat and we'll get things moseying. Work was good. Work was good. We had about 38,000, one of our lowest days since Christmas. So thank God for that. So it wasn't too bad last night. It was actually pretty easy. Got in, got out. Not too bad. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. So it was pretty good. I hope your guys' day has been going good. I got plenty of sleep. I've just been kind of doing some laundry around the house. Now that MegaCon is over, one of the first things I'm going to do is take down all this Christmas and Halloween stuff. Because I'm getting sick and tired of looking at it. Just joking. But it needs to come down. So, over the next couple of days, I'm going to start taking this stuff down, putting it away. So, yeah. Today's topics are, we're going to be reviewing the menu. We're going to be reviewing Red Dawn Classic. We're going to do the top 10 things that I like about MegaCon. Seeing it was my first year, I thought about why not. And then I've been recently watching a lot of, a lot of Hey Dude. So I finished the first season. So we're going to do my top 10 favorite episodes of Hey Dude season 1. And then if we have time, we're going to talk about some movie props. But yeah, MegaCon was going ballistic, my friend. Oh, my Lord. It was going pretty nuts. It was so awesome to hang out with LC on Sunday. So, LC, I want to thank you for your hospitality when I came over to your house, because I hung out with LC a little bit before the con, at the con, and then when I dropped him off, I hung out a little bit, at his house. So, that was nice. But I really appreciate it. Now, updates. As you guys know, Valentine's Day is coming up, so I'm going to continue the thumbnails. Today I decided, since I'm a nerd, a Valentine's Day nerd thumbnail. So that's why I went with that. After Valentine's is over, what do we got? Well, let's look at the calendar. We got President's Day coming up. So I'm going to start putting President's Day thumbnails up after Valentine's Day. And then we're going to roll into March. And then we'll do different thumbnails for those holidays, and so on and so forth. Weather. All right, let's check out the weather status, shall we? We're getting a little bit warmer. All right, here we go. So in New York City, it's 32 degrees. The highest is 37. The lowest is 22. In Hull, England, where some of my family lives, not all of my family, but some of my family lives in Hull, it is 39 degrees. Highest is 40. Lowest is 39. In Orlando, Florida, it's 79 degrees. Highest is 82. Lowest is 62. In Los Angeles, California, it is 61 degrees. Highest is 61. Lowest is 45. In Wentzville, Missouri, we're looking at 37 degrees. Highest is 38. Lowest is 19. In St. Louis, Missouri, we're at 36 degrees. Highest is 37. Lowest is 23. And in my town where I live, it is 80 degrees. Highest is 81, and the lowest is 58. So there we go. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. All right. Next on the list, the next con for Jeff, it's February 23rd. So I'm going to try to make it to that one. I really am going to try to make it to that one. Because I haven't been... The last con I went to Jeff's was last year. I went to the Florida Extravaganza, and then I went to the Star Wars Collectors Fest. So that is the last one I went to, and that was from last year. So I haven't went to any of his shows this year. I've just been so busy with stuff. You know, things have been crazy. So Jeff is like, Fierce, where you been? I'm like, I said, Jeff, I promise. I said, I'm going to hang out with you. I promise, I promise, I promise, I promise, I promise. The last time me and Jeff physically hung out was my birthday last year when we went to Disney together. So, yeah. Let's see, what else? You guys have got to check out these two places. These are like two of my favorite stores. Echo Base Collectibles in Orlando, Florida. They're amazing. Check them out. If you guys are in the area, you guys have got to check out that nerdy store. My favorite store, though, is Atomic Horror in Orlando. You guys have got to check this place out. If you're a big horror movie fan like me, this is the place to go. You guys have got to throw them some business. You guys have got to check them out. Atomic Horror. And then last, but certainly not least, I want to hear from you guys. You guys have got to send Fierce fan mail. That's right. Check it out. I mean, I want to hear from you. I really want to hear from you guys. I love my fans. P.O. Box 16745, Kagan's Crossings Boulevard, STE 102B, PMB 40, Claremont, Florida 34714. That's right. Check it out. You know, send me a Lego unboxing. Send me a Lego build. Send me a fan letter. I will respond. You know, send me whatever within reason. No body parts, no blood, no semen. You know, within reason. But send me some fan mail, and I will respond in a video or a live stream. All right, I think that's everything. Let's open up for the chat, and let's get moseying. There we are. Whatever, within reason. Nope. Yo, Joey, what's up? Joey says BK Lounge first. All right, here's the thing. As much as Fierce wants some BK Lounge, trust me, I do. I'm going to have to say no, buddy. I've got to get my weight under control. I've lost some weight, but not all. So, yeah. Anyway, the comic book shop from my city has a booth down at MegaCon. Oh, does it really? Nice. Well, here's the thing, Joey. I probably walked right by that booth. There was so many booths at MegaCon. I think I asked a staff member, and she said, I really don't remember. And I said, can you give me a guess? And it was a nice lady, and she had staff on the back of her T-shirt. And she goes, I really don't remember how many vendors. And I said, can you guess? Can you give me a ballpark range? And she said, she goes, anywhere around 500 to 600 vendors. And I was like, damn, that's a lot of vendors. Now, I'll be honest, she couldn't remember, and I should have looked at the website, because on the website, it's, you know what? Maybe the website is still open. Let me see if I can figure it out. Hang on. Let me see if I can figure it out. MegaCon. It should tell me on the website how many. Anyway, the lady said, working at the con, it was around 500 vendors. But let me actually go on the website, and it'll tell me. Unless they, I know they, yeah, look, they've already started on next year. It says March 19th through the 22nd, 2026. The fun begins in 401 days, 22 hours, 29 minutes, and 58 seconds. So all that old information is probably gone off the website, and now they're getting ready for next year. That's insane. That's insane that they're already like planning for next year a day after the con. Let me see if I can figure it out. Let me see if I can figure it out. Yeah, I think they took down all the old information. This is all the new information. They already started like putting new guests up on the website. Let's see, About Us. Maybe it's under this. About Us. Let's see, About the Show. Here we go. About the show. Let's see here. Oh yeah, the lady was close. 555 guests. Damn. So she was close because she said anywhere from 500 to 600 guests. All right. Well, that's cool. All right. There we go. Nice. Nice. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it because they already got new information about next year's con, which is like nuts to me. Anyway, Joey says Acme Comics. They had a lot of real Walking Dead props. You know what, Joey? I'll be honest. I saw a lot of movie props. And here's the thing. I wanted them. But they were just so damn expensive. You know that fucking cryo tube thing? Not tube. What the fuck is it? The cryo can, from Jurassic Park. They wanted that for like $600. And I was like, bitch, please. I could probably find a cheaper one on eBay or Etsy. There was no way I was going to pay that. As much as I love MegaCon, they overprice people. It's insane. It's nuts. Like, oh yeah, you want this comic book for $25? I was like, dude, a comic book should go anywhere from $15 to $20. Not like $30, $40, $50. Now, I understand the rare ones. The rare ones are very expensive. Speaking of rare, me and LC walked by this comic book shop, this booth, and they had an original. I'm not even kidding, Joey. Not kidding. An original first edition, and it wasn't a replica. They had it in a glass case, sealed. It was sealed. I walked by. It's in a glass case, and then they had plastic around it to protect the covering. They had an original first edition Batman comic issue 1 in a fucking glass case with a combination on it, and I was like, oh my god. And I said, are you guys trying to sell that? And they went, oh no. They said, that's vintage. They said, we're just showing it off. And I was like, yeah, I wouldn't sell that. I'm like, that's probably worth millions, right? And he went, yeah. He goes, that's a first edition, first issue, season 1 Batman. And I was like, oh, damn. So, yeah, so that I could understand, worth millions. But a normal comic book that just came out should be anywhere for $15 to $20. That's a reasonable price for a comic book. Not like $50 or not $70 or any of that bullshit. Anyway, getting back to what I was saying, Joey, I did not see Acme Comics there. I'm sure they were there. I'm sure they were. I didn't see it. There was me and LC, we were like this, like looking everywhere, all over, like that, because there was so much shit to see. It was insane. It was insane. I wish I would have saw Acme Comics because I would have loved to seen those real life Walking Dead props because I fucking love The Walking Dead. I haven't even seen the whole series. I've seen a lot of the series. I've seen a couple seasons, or actually more than a couple. I think I've seen like Walking Dead seasons like 1 through 7. I need to see the rest of Walking Dead. I've seen the first 3 or 4 seasons of Fear the Walking Dead, and then there's Beyond the Walking Dead. And then I just picked up this a couple weeks ago. This is a movie, Tales from the Walking Dead, where it's like a side story. It says, in the months and years following the apocalypse, the end of the world, Tales of the Walking Dead follows the unique lives of a new and familiar characters that go off on side story adventures. So as the main group, is doing their adventure, all like these 6 side stories. There's 6 stories. There's 6 stories in this movie that are going on as the main group, you know, with Rick Grimes is going on. So I love The Walking Dead. All the variations. Fear the Walking Dead. Fear the Walking Dead is kind of like a prequel. So you have to watch Fear the Walking Dead. It shows you how the virus and how people became zombies. And then you watch Walking Dead. Then this is in between The Walking Dead. Then Beyond The Walking Dead is like what happened after The Walking Dead. Then you got all the new shit with what's the guy with the black leather jacket, Joey? The guy with the baseball bat. What the? Negan. Then you got Negan and Maggie going to New York City. I still haven't watched that yet. Then you got Daryl Dixon, like in France, going on a mission. I don't know why he's in France. And then I got another movie over there that says The Tale of Carol, which is a movie about her adventure. So I got a whole bunch of shit I need to watch. So it's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, man. Redonkulous. So yeah. Did you see the grade on the Batman coming? I did, Joey. I think it was like a 9 or a 10. But it was pretty high because the guy that ran the booth, he said, I said, is this a remake? I said, or is this a replica? And he goes, no. He said, that is a real limited edition mint first edition, first issue, episode 1 Batman comic, the very first Batman comic they ever made on the face of the planet. And I looked over at him and I looked over at LC and I filmed it, so it's going to be in my vlog. I'm pretty damn sure I filmed it. And I said, LC, come over here. And I filmed LC, me and him looking at that first edition. And like, that's a piece of history, man. I was like, holy shit. It was insane. It's insane. I was like a limited edition, first edition Batman, like episode 1. I was like, oh shit. It looked amazing, dude. Amazing. And I'll be honest, I've never seen one. That up close. It was in a glass case. I don't know, from about probably the floor to about that high. So probably the floor to about that high. And this guy had a lock on it. And it's in this glass case, and then the comic book was in plastic, and then that was in a glass case. So, or something like that. Whenever you guys see the video, you guys will have to remind me, because I'm you know my memory. I know it was in a glass case, but it was like, it was protected with like some type of plastic covering, I believe, or something. I can't remember. But yeah, Joey said, so if it was a 9, you know what, Joey? I don't want to lie. Watch the video whenever it comes out. It was either a 9 or a 10. I honestly can't remember. I'm pretty damn sure it was a 9, if memory serves me right. But I honestly don't know. I'm taking an educated guess. I'm pretty sure it's a 9, but I'm not 100% sure. So whenever you guys watch the video, if I'm mistaken, then my apologies. So yeah. Joey said if it was a 9, it would be worth $2 million. Oh, shit. That's a lot. I'll be honest, Joey. I think that Batman issue, for being the first episode, the first edition, like literally it was like Batman issue 1, like the very first adventure that Batman ever had. I think it would be worth a little bit more than $2 million. I'm not saying you're wrong, but you would think it would be more than, $2 million. I'm just saying. But, I don't know. We'll see. Joey said I should have negotiated it down to $15. Listen, if any man could do it, Fears would. I'd be in there, man. I'd be like, no, not $2 million. I'm like, $100? I would try to get him down to at least $100, But yeah, I could probably do it. I am the master. I am the master negotiator, man. I can negotiate anything. Yeah. I'm telling you, if this YouTube film stuff doesn't work out, Fears should get a job as a businessman. I kid you not. I could, like, oh no, don't go near Fears. He'll negotiate the shit out of you. Yeah, damn right. Yo, Lantern, what's up, dude? My grandpa was good at negotiating. He was good at negotiating anything. My dad was good at it. My grandpa and my dad taught me the tricks of the trade. You can negotiate anything, as long as they're willing to, haggle with you. Now, if they're not willing to haggle with you, then it's kind of a waste of time. But if they're willing to negotiate, you got them in the palm of your hand, my friends. That's right. That's right. Lantern says the stream is lit. The stream is partying and rocking. I think the better question, Lantern, is why wouldn't it be rocking? You got the main man host, John Fears, and you got your you wonderful people out there. Nice. Anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying your Monday. Like I said, it was a pretty chill night last night at work. Thank God. We're starting to get low, which means like I get in, I do my work, I get it done real quick, and I get the hell out of there. It was only 38,000 last night, so I was like, thank God, an easy night. We haven't had an easy night in quite a while. I'm telling you, man, that Christmas rush is a bitch. But yeah, we'll get a tiny bit. We'll get a tiny bit busy, coming up in a couple days for Valentine's Day, and then after Valentine's Day, it's smooth sailing. Anytime a big holiday comes up, that's when we get kind of a rush. So like when Easter comes up, we'll have a little bit of a rush. When St. Patrick's Day comes up, we'll have a little bit of a rush, because people buy a lot of gifts and send out packages and all that bullshit. So yeah. Anyway, today I'm rocking the LC hat, so be sure to follow Heroes and Villains Collectibles. That's right, my friends. All right. Time for a top 10. There we are. And I think I'm going to send Lantern this second top 10. The first one I sent Visions. So Lantern, I'm going to mail it to you once it's all filled up. We still got a little bit of room left. Once it's all filled up, I'm going to send Lantern Top 10 Book Edition 2. All right. All right, here we go. So, top 10 things I liked about MegaCon. Here we go. Top 10 MegaCon likes. Right off the bat, the movie cars. The movie cars, they didn't just have one. They had the Stranger, whatever that 80s sitcom is, the Stranger car there. That was there. The Ecto-1 was there. Then they had two other Ghostbusters cars, so that's 3, 4. Then they had the Jurassic Park tour vehicle, the green one. Then they had the Jurassic Park where they get off the helicopter, and it's the Jeep that they use from the helicopter to when they get dropped off at the visitor center, that Jeep. So the Jurassic Park Jeep was there. So that's 6. They had the Star Wars Luke Skywalker speeder. That's 7. They had that ATV, whatever thing, Joey, out of Return of the Jedi, where Chewie, God, fucking Randall told me the name of it yesterday. It's the one out of Return of the Jedi where Chewie kills a stormtrooper, gets in, and he rescues Han Solo. That 50-foot thing, they had that there. So that's kind of a movie car. So that's 8. What else? Oh, they had all the Avengers cars from Avengers 1 and Avengers 2. And they had 3 cars in there, so that was 8, 9, 10. So 10 movie cars, if you want to include the ATV thing out of Star Wars. They had a shitload. So that's the first thing about the con that I enjoyed. They did, and you know what was funny is they didn't put every single movie car on the website, so they give you a little tease on the website. I knew for a fact that the Ecto-1 was going to be there and the Jurassic Park vehicles, and I think that was the only ones they put on the website. They're just like more movie cars to come. Me and LC get there, And I was like, oh shit. I'm like, movie car, movie car, movie car, movie car. What the fuck? I'm like, 10 movie cars. I was like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, so movie cars. That's the first thing I'm going to put down. Movie cars. The staff. The staff was so nice. And I'll be honest, some staff didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. Some staff was unorganized, but the staff that knew that knew their stuff was very nice. I don't understand how they could not know if they work the con. Like, anytime I've done a job, I memorize what I do at my job. So then if somebody asks me a question, like whenever I don't do security anymore, but when I did, I would memorize the building because I took my job very seriously. And they'd be like, oh, excuse me. Like, if I would, like in that Verizon call center, they had a big cafeteria. And I'd be walking, and then some lady would have a visitor's badge on, and she'd be like, oh, I'm kind of lost. Do you know where the cafeteria is? I said, yes, I do, ma'am. It's downstairs on the first level. I said, if you go to the front door, I said, you've gone too far. I said, go past the front door, take a left, go through a big brown door, and the cafeteria's in there. It's that simple. But some people at their job, they don't take it as seriously as I do. If you do a job, you don't fucking half-ass it. You fucking do it to the best of your ability. So I would walk up to me, oh, excuse me, do you know where the bathroom is? Do you know where this booth is? Oh, I don't know. And I'm like, how could they not know? They fucking work the con, and it says staff on there. How do you not know? To me, that's just fucking stupid. So I would just, I'm not going to insult the person right to their face, but that's what I'm thinking in my mind. What I really said was, oh, okay, no worries, thanks anyway, I'll find it myself, which I did. But I'm talking about the other staff that knew their stuff. Half the staff knew exactly. They're like, oh, yeah, I know where that is. It's right down there. It's right down there. I'm like, oh, great. I'm like, this person knows what they're talking about. This person knows their stuff. So all the people that knew their stuff, I'm going to put down. The staff was very nice. So staff. The staff was very nice. I'm just saying, I don't understand like how you could not know where something is if you work the con. If it says MegaCon staff on your t-shirt, you should know what the fuck you're talking about. You should know your stuff. Anyway. Yo, Lantern, thanks for that super chat donation, buddy. Lantern's always that high fucking roller, spewing out those $1 million cash donations. Oh, yeah. Well, thanks, buddy. Cheers for that. I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it. That just gets under my wick, though. Like, that's like going to McDonald's and being like, hey, what's on a Big Mac? Oh, I don't know. How could you not know you work at fucking McDonald's? You know what I'm saying? Like, that stuff just drives me nuts. But I wasn't a dick. That's what I was thinking about in my mind. What I really said was, oh, okay, yeah, no worries. Like, I'm sure I'll find it. I'm sure I'll find the bathroom at MegaCon. No worries. Anyway, let's see what else. Movie cars, the staff. They did have a lot of bathrooms because I kid you not. Sunday I was fine, but Saturday my Crohn's was kind of acting up when I was walking around. Every 30 minutes, I was running to the bathroom. I don't know what was going on. My stomach wasn't hurting on Saturday. I think I had a little bit of diarrhea, though, because I was running to the bathroom every 30 to 40 minutes on Saturday when I went there by myself. So I had to quickly find a bathroom. And they had a lot of bathrooms, which is a good thing, because any which way you looked, I could find a bathroom. Like, it was way off in the distance. So lots of bathrooms. The vendors. The vendors were awesome. Vendors. And they were willing to negotiate. They were. So good deals. I got some good deals. So good deals. I'll be honest, though. Some vendors, they were a little stingy on the free stuff. I'm like, if it's free, who the hell cares? This lady looked at me. There was two different types of stickers. There was a red sticker about something and then a green sticker. And I was like, oh, well, I fucking love red. Red's not one of my favorite colors, but I still like red. Like, my favorite colors of all time are blue and yellow. That's why Fierce Man is Fierce Man with his colors. But if I had to pick like my 4 top favorite colors, blue would be first, then, I'm sorry, yellow would be first, then blue, then black, and then green. And so I went and took a green, sticker, and then I took a red one. Oh, no, just one sticker. And she like kind of grabbed my hand. And in my mind, I'm like, first of all, did I give you permission to touch my body? I didn't say that to her, but that's what I was thinking. Because you don't want to get in people's bubbles. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, dear. And I was just like, okay. Which I thought was really hilarious because on Sunday, they were passing shit out like nothing. And LC told me, he goes, oh, well, Fierce, probably they did that. Saturday's the biggest day. So they're like, oh, no, one sticker. And then on Sunday, they want to pack up the less shit to go on to the next con. You know what I'm saying? So they were just they were throwing. That's why on Saturday and Sunday when I did my nerd hauls, from the convention, I had so many stickers because on Sunday, they're like, oh, yeah, we don't care anymore. Like, here, take as many stickers as you want. And I did. But I just thought it was funny. Oh, they care about it on Saturday, and it's a big fucking ordeal, but it's okay on Sunday. I was like, this is hilarious. Anyway, it is what it is, though. So, when anyone was willing to give me stickers, I'm going to write down stickers. So, stickers is number 5. I gotta say, that Superman coffee that me and LC drank, that was some good shit, man. I got the guy's business card. He makes his own coffee, and the packaging was Superman. He did Superman. He did Aquaman. That's, that when I showed you guys, he gave me an Aquaman sticker and a Superman sticker. That's where that was from that guy. That guy was cool. He gave me and LC as many samples as he wanted. I took 2 shots of that Superman coffee, and then I took 2 shots of the Aquaman. LC loved the Superman one. I think they were tiny little cups. I think LC took 3 shots of the Superman one, and I think he did one of the Aquaman, if memory serves me right. I know he drank the most of Superman because it was so good. It was like thick Colombian strong coffee, but it was fucking good, man. I was like, oh shit, this is really good. And he's like, yeah, I make it myself. And I was like, really? He goes, yeah. He goes, I started with Superman. And he goes, I'm a big nerd and I love coffee. And I was like, so do I. And he's like, are you a nerd? I was like, hell yeah, I'm here. And he goes, yeah, that's true. He goes, that was kind of a stupid question. I said, no worries, man. There are no stupid questions. And he goes, he's like, well, which one do you like the best? I said, hey, man, listen. I said, I'm not dogging the Aquaman one. I said, that's good. That was kind of a decaf one. I said, that one's good. But I said, and then he had a Cyborg one. I didn't try that one. I think LC tried the Cyborg one. But I said, listen, I'm not dogging the Aquaman one. I said, Aquaman's cool. I fucking love him in Justice League. But I said, ever since I was 5 years old, I've loved Superman. And then I told the guy, I said, Superman even inspired me to make my own superhero. And the guy was like, oh, that's fucking cool. He goes, what's his name? And I was like, he is the Fierce Man. And he goes, what's his powers? And I said, he has the ability to look into his villains' minds, and whatever they fear, he can either use that fear against them or turn into that fear. So I said, if that bad guy is afraid of spiders, that's right. Fierce Man is turned into a 100-foot spider, shooting that web out and taking that fucker down. You know what I'm saying? And there's the classic phone call from the fucking idiot troll. I knew it. Like clockwork. You're a motherfucker. I love it. I love it. I need to start remembering. To turn off my phone. Because if I turn off my phone every single time, eventually he'll get sick of my voicemail and never call me again. I always forget to turn off my phone. All right. So anyway, I told the guy. I told the guy, I'm like, so nothing against the Aquaman coffee, but I said, I got to go with Superman. And he goes, well, he goes, it seems like you like it. He goes, your friend took 3 shots. You took 2 shots. I said, yeah, man. I said, I like that one. And then the guy that made the coffee said, it seems like people love that one the most. I said, did you make that one first? He goes, yeah. He goes, I started with the Superman coffee, and I made that one first. I said, I think that's your moneymaker, buddy. I said, that Superman coffee is great. And then he said, but did you like Aquaman? I said, oh, yeah. I said, I liked Aquaman coffee. I said, I just like Superman coffee better. So I'm going to write down Superman coffee. And then he hooked me up with that Superman sticker, which that Superman sticker, it's either going to go on my coffee pot, if I can find a spot, because the coffee pot, there's limited space for stickers. Because normally I get a lot of big stickers at these cons. I need to find like little tiny stickers to put on the coffee pot because there's not much room left. So if I can find room, that Superman sticker's going on my coffee pot. And if there isn't enough room, then it's going to go on my movie prop shelf. And I'm going to stick it on there somewhere. So yeah. Yo, museums, what's up? He says, how much do you pay to meet these people? You mean the celebrities? I didn't meet any celebrities. I did. But I didn't get an autograph, museum. They were charging too much. Like for Clint Howard, it was like, I think for an autograph, I looked it up and told you guys, but my memory's fading on me. I think he charged like over $100. It was like 60 for an autograph and like 40 to take a selfie with him. So if you add it up, if you do the combo, that's like $100. And I was like, fuck that noise. But I walked up to a bunch of people. I met the guy that played one of the brothers in Twilight, and he was so cool. I shook his hand. I just said, hey, man, I'm a big fan. And he goes, have you always been a Twilight fan? I said, no, not really. I said, I kind of became a fan. I said, my ex-girlfriend made me watch that movie like 20, 30 times. So now I've kind of became a fan of it out of necessity. And he's like, what's your favorite scene? I said, probably when... You know, I said, a lot of your lines are classic. He goes, yeah. He goes, they always gave me the goofy lines. He goes, like, when Bella and Edward make love and then they come out the next day and he's like, wow, break a lot of stuff? I said, I thought that was pretty funny. And he's like, oh, yeah. He goes, that was a funny scene. I said, it is a funny scene. So that guy I met for free. Then I shook his hand and I was so tired. It was like at the end of the day. I shook his hand and I forgot that I had my GoPro in this hand. So I had my GoPro. I was like holding it like this, and I was like, oh, hey, man, nice to meet you. And he noticed that I had my camera. I totally forgot it was in this hand, shook his hand, and then he was like, hey, man, he goes, you seem really cool, Fears. He's like, let's do a video. And I was like, really? And I said, how did you know that I'm a YouTuber? He's like, well, you got your camera in your hand. I looked down and go, oh, man, I'm sorry. I'm so tired. I forgot that I had my camera, man. I'm exhausted. And he's like, hey, no worries, man. He goes, you seem like a really cool dude. He goes, I'll totally like plug your channel. He's like, turn it on. So I was like, oh shit, this is great. I get to interview a celebrity again. Because I've got some celebrity interviews on my channel already. So I was like, this is great. I'm going to get some classic footage. The fans are going to go fucking ballistic. I turn it on. We start talking for like, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes. It's a pretty solid interview. This guy was really cool. Totally nice guy. So I met that guy. Then I met the guy off of the Karate Kid series. He was about to leave, and I said, man, I love the Karate Kid series. I just got to go up and shake his hand. Walk up, and it was the guy that played Chosen out of the Karate Kid 2, you know, the bad guy. And then he turns to be a good guy in the television series and helps Daniel LaRusso out. Shook his hand. I said, oh, dude, I'm a big fan. And he's like, have you always liked Karate Kid? I said, yeah. I said, I love the Karate Kid. He's like, even the old ones? I said, especially the old one. And he goes, what do you like better, the TV show or the movies? I was like, both. But I said, if I had to pick, I said, probably the original Karate Kid, you know, where he fucking, you know, goes like that and takes down Johnny. And he goes, yeah, because I love him. And he said, what's your favorite season? I said, well, I'll be honest. I said, I can't lie to you. I said, I haven't watched all the seasons of the Karate Kid TV show. I said, I've watched season 1, season 2, season 3. I said, I need to watch 4 and 5. And then he goes, my favorite season 5. He goes, you're in for a big surprise, Fears. He goes, a lot of thrills, chills, spills. And I said, really? He goes, oh, yeah. He goes, you've seen nothing yet. Well, I was like, all right. I said, that's good. So I met him. And then, oh, God, who else did I meet? I met Matthew Lillard. I just wanted to go up and shake his hand. I said, dude, I said, you've got to bring back Stu Mocker. And he goes, Fears, I want Stu to come back. I said, so do I. I said, Stu's not dead. And he goes, of course he's not dead. I said, man, I said, I love the Scream series. Love it. And then he asked me, he goes, what did you think of my performance on Shaggy? I said, dude, I said, you nailed Shaggy's voice. I said, I like Scooby-Doo. I said, when I was a kid, I watched the cartoons. I said, I said, Shaggy's cool, but I said, I'm a big horror movie fan. And I said, I got to go with Ghostface. I said, you got to be Ghostface. He goes, I did. He goes, and Matthew Lillard said, I begged them. He goes, a lot of those shots, a stuntman wears the Ghostface costume. He goes, but I begged them. I got to have the costume on at least once or twice. And he goes, a couple shots. He goes, not every shot. He goes, the real dangerous stuff, they make a stuntman do it. He goes, but a couple shots. The guy that played Billy got to have a couple shots in the costume. He goes, I got to have a couple shots in the Ghostface costume. He goes, it was in my contract. I must have that Ghostface costume on at least once. And I was like, I said, so you got to do it a couple times? He goes, yeah. He goes, I got to do it a couple times. And I was like, that's pretty fucking cool. Shook his hand, and I was like, you got to come back, man. He goes, yeah. He goes, I don't think he's dead. He goes, wow. He goes, Sidney Prescott pushed a TV down on me. He goes, Stu could still be alive. He goes, what happens if, like, Stu was just injured, and then before the cops got there, he just, like, took the TV off of him and then just ran away and then was just in hiding all these years. I said, it's possible, man. He goes, I'm going to try to come back. I said, I love the Scream franchise. Then he goes, is that your favorite on-screen killer? I said, no. I said, unfortunately, I said, Ghostface is not my favorite. I said, he's one of my favorites. And he goes, I understand. What's your favorite? I said, I got to go Michael. And he goes, my favorite, he goes, because I got to be Ghostface, he goes, Ghostface would be first. He goes, and then my second, he goes, I love Jason Voorhees. I said, that's a classic. I said, I like Jason Voorhees too. So I got to have like a 3-4 minute conversation with Matthew. That was pretty good. That was really good. And then I can't remember, what was the other guy I met? I met Matthew Lillard, the Twilight guy that played Emmett, Chosen. I can't remember that guy's name. The guy that played Chosen, out of Karate Kid. And then I met another Twilight guy, the guy that played Cargyle or Carlisle, whatever the hell his name is, the dad in the Twilight family. He was such a nice guy. The only reason why I met him is because he was right next to the guy that played Emmett. And he was about to leave, and I thought, oh, well, I'll just dip over and, shake his hand and be like, hey, man, nice to meet you. So as soon as I met the Emmett guy, I walked right over. He was, like, putting his backpack on, because it was, like, 10 minutes before the show ended. I said, hey, his name was Peter something. I said, hey, Peter, I said, I hope you don't mind. I said, I just wanted to meet you, man. I said, I just wanted to shake your hand and say I'm a big fan, because I've seen him in other movies, and he's a really good actor. And he's like, no worries. He's like, what's your name? I said, oh, my name's Spears. He's like, is that really your name? I said, well, it's not my first name. I said, it's my last name. And he's like, that's pretty badass. I said, I didn't name it. I didn't pick it, but I said I got blessed with a really cool last name. And he goes, yeah. He goes, Fears. He goes, excuse me. He goes, that's pretty cool. And then he said, he goes, probably your favorite holiday is Halloween, right? I said, oh, yeah. That's my favorite. Then he goes, yeah, mine too. He goes, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to be Carlisle. He goes, I was like, oh, I get to play a vampire? Oh, yeah, cool. And I said, because you guys know I'm not a good liar. I said, I'll be honest, Peter. I said, I didn't initially. I said, nothing against your work. I said, I told Emmett, the same thing. I said, at first I wasn't a Twilight fan. And he goes, oh, yeah? I said, my ex-girlfriend, I said, we watched it like 20 or 30 times, and after watching it so many times, I was like, all right, I'm kind of getting into this vampire stuff. So I said I became a fan. And he's like, right on, man. He goes, I'm just glad you're fit. I said, I like your other work, too. And then we were talking about that. But I knew he had to go, so I didn't take up too much of his time. I said, hey, man, I said, I'll let you go. I said, I know you're probably hungry and you want to go to dinner and stuff, so, because it was very late. It was like 10 minutes before the show. I met him on Saturday. I met a lot of them on Saturday. I met like one or two on Sunday. So I said, I just wanted to shake her hand, man. He goes, Fierce, very nice to meet you. And he goes, and he said, I want to ask you something. He goes, what's been your highlight of the con? I said, probably the movie cars. I said, the movie cars and meeting all you celebrities. He goes, oh, yeah. He goes, before they brought anybody in, he goes, the setup, he goes, they let the celebrities walk around in the pre-show. He goes, and I got to see not all of them, but some of them. And I was like, all right, that's cool. But I said, probably meeting the celebrities and the movie cars. And I said, I'm a YouTuber. I said, I filmed a lot of footage for the movie cars. So, yeah. Yo, what's up, heroes? What's up, Visions? Visions says, all right, Fears, enough of this celebrity talk. I want to hear more about the bathrooms and parking. Well, I mean, I've said a lot about that, Visions. The bathrooms were nice. They were good access. The parking was a fucking shit show. So I've already expressed my issue on that they need, I'm telling you. LC, you will agree with me on this. It was a lot more organized on Sunday, Visions, than Saturday. Saturday, because it was such a big show, it was a goddamn shit show. Oh, yeah, you can't park there. I can't park here. I said, yes, I can. Because I knew what the fuck I was talking about. I said, I looked it up on the website. It says available for parking. And they update that website like every 5-10 minutes. So the lady was like trying to Mrs. fucking Broadzilla bitch. I was like, let me tell you something right now. I said, I've been driving around for an hour. I'm fucking parking here. I gave her the Fear's dead eye look. Put the fear of God into her. And then she was like, okay. And then I just moseyed on in. So yeah, it was insane, dude. It was insane. So museum, I hope I answered your question. If I was going to pay to meet people, because they charge an arm and a leg for the celebrity shit, and I wanted to get a signature, I just paid the one I really wanted. Hopefully he comes next year. I really wanted to take a picture with Clint Howard and get an autograph. But it was like over $150 to actually meet him and get a photo and autograph. And I was like, I got bills and shit to pay. You know what I'm saying? And anyway, so I hope he comes next year because I'm going to try and buy this stuff in advance if I do go. I want to go again with LC, but they need to bring the prices down. It's just a little bit too expensive for everything. So I was like, in my mind, I was like, well, Fears, you got to do one or the other. Do you want to meet lots of celebrities and do barely anything else at the show, or do you just want to come for the experience and walk around the show? And I said, I'll get more footage if I just go to the show and just walk around and not buy any celebrity stuff. Maybe next year I'll do a combination of both, but I'm telling you, man, they were charging an arm and a leg museum, but it's free just to walk up. You can stand in the line, you can walk up, and you can just, shake their hands. But you're going to be standing in the line for an hour. Like, to meet Chosen, I waited, 25, 30 minutes to meet the two Twilight guys. I think they were both a 15-minute wait, But the coolest one is I had no idea that guy that played Emmett. He was just cool as fuck. He was like, oh, yeah, you're a YouTuber. Yeah, we got to film something, Fears. I'll give you a plug. And then he had me quote like one of my favorite lines that he said from the movie. And I was like, I'm going to get a free fucking celebrity interview out of this guy. I'm like, hell fucking yeah. And I was like, well, that's fucking cool. So even though I didn't pay Shiat museums, I got to meet some celebrities. So Fears getting on that free deals, man. That's what I'm talking about. All right, I'll be right back. Fears needs to go take a PO. I'll be right back-o. And then we can talk about some more Shiat-o. But big shout out to everybody in the chat. Let me catch up with the chat, and then I'm going to go use the restroom. All right. Let's see. Museum says, I'm sorry, Vision says, enough of the celebrity talk. I want to hear more about the bathrooms and the parking. Well, I just gave you the 411 on that stuff, buddy. I like the show, Visions, but I'm telling you, they seem a little bit unorganized. They need to get their shit in gear. Even LC. LC said this. He said, dude, I like the show, but he goes, in some areas, they've got it like super organized. They know what the fuck they're doing. And then other areas, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Chaos is everywhere. I'm like, I'm ready to put a bullet in my brain, especially with that parking shit, man. I was like, it's not rocket science. Fears gives you money. You push the button. The thing goes up. I drive through. I park. I say thank you very much. I go to the show. I come back. I get in my car. I push the button. The door goes up. Try by. See you later. And then I drive out. It's not rocket science. And apparently to that fucking bitch, it was rocket science. I was about ready to blow my brains out. It was insane. So what should have took, I don't know, a minute and a half, she was talking to me for like 5-10 minutes. I was like, this is kind of getting fucking annoying. Oh, man, she was the worst parking attendant, broadzilla, evil bitch I've ever had to encounter. Oh, she was like, oh, the worst. The worst. It was insane. Absolutely insane. Let's see, Hero says, what's good? I had a really good day, Heroes. Work was good. We only had 38,000, so it was a nice little easy night. Went in, got a bunch of shit done. I said my boss, I was like, peace. And I was out. So there we are. Hero says, shout out to the chat. Vision said, howdy, Lantern. Vision says, oh, I know, I was just joking. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I was like, it's a valid question, Vision. I'm like, if you want to know about the parking, I'll make more fun of the broadzilla bitch if you want me to. I'm like, there's not much to it. But I will say, and I'm not trying to gross anyone out, Sunday, I was fine. But Saturday, man, my stomach was not hurting. But I had some diarrhea, man. I was going to the bathroom on Saturday every like 30 to 40 minutes. So thank God there was plenty of bathroom spaces. Like I'd be walking and then all of a sudden I hear my stomach like kind of gurgle. And I was like, and I could feel the diarrhea flowing. It was coming. And I'm not trying to gross anyone out. I'm telling the honest to God truth. I had to run to the bathroom. I must have took at least 10 trips to the bathroom on Saturday. On Sunday, it was like maybe 2 or 3. But I don't know. My stomach was not hurting, though. It was just like, it was flowing. And I was like, when will the flow stop? So, man, it eventually stopped. And again, I'm not trying to gross anyone out. I'm just being honest. But you wanted to know about the bathrooms. Thank God there was a lot of bathrooms around because anywhere you looked, either forward, back, west, east, there was a bathroom. So, yeah, let's see. Hero says, I'm uploading my MegaCon video right now. Oh, sweet. Well, before I go to work tonight, buddy, I will have a watch. I'll take a gander because the Fears Man made a couple of cameos in LC's video, so I look forward to that. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Vision says LC. He says, what's good, Visions? He says, you have terrible luck with parking attendants. Yeah, well, it's like they have a stick up their ass. You know what I'm saying, Visions? I'm like, normally, you guys know, Fears has a good side and I have a bad side. If you're cool with me, I'm cool with you. You fuck around with me, you call me names, you act evil towards Fears, I'm literally going to destroy your life force, I don't put up with that shit. I'm like, oh, so you think you can treat me with disrespect? Why would I give you respect if you treat me with disrespect? That lady had a shitty attitude. And I was like, all right, I'm destroying her life. No more Mr. Nice Guy. And I pretty much destroyed her life. So, yeah. So, it's not rocket science. You treat people the way you want to be treated. You treat me nice, I'll treat you nice. You treat me wrong, you're going down. So, yeah. Let's see. Museum said, what did you eat previously? On Saturday, I had a coffee. Oh, and I had some BK Lounge. So that's probably what did it. You know, as much as I liked BK Lounge, anytime I eat BK Lounge or McDonald's, not every time museum, but sometimes McDonald's and BK Lounge gives me the shits. So that's probably what did it. But I didn't even have that much because I ate in my car while I was on the way to the con. I went in, I got a coffee from a gas station. I filled up my tank of gas. And then across the street, there's a gas station and a BK Lounge across the street from my house. I thought, oh, well, I'll just get something to eat. Then I don't have to eat at the con. I got one hamburger and some french fries. That was it. And then I just ate it on the way. And then when I got to the parking lot, I found a trash can. I took the trash from the BK Lounge and just threw it away in the trash can. And then I went inside after I parked my car. And then I went to the con. So that's probably what did it. I didn't even think about that until now. But yeah. But again, it's not always. It's just sometimes I have a little bit of diarrhea when I eat McDonald's and BK Lounge. Not always, though. But anyway, that's probably what did it. Anyway. All right, let's get back to this. All right, so top 10. Top 10 things I liked about MegaCon. I liked the movie cars, the staff, lots of bathrooms, the vendors, good deals, stickers, the Superman coffee. All right, I need 4 more. They had a podcast. They had a podcast there for MegaCon. So you would walk by the booth of MegaCon. So MegaCon had a booth, and I saw them a lot on Saturday. Not so much on Sunday, but Saturday they were giving a play-by-play at the MegaCon booth, and they were doing a podcast. And they had it over the PA system. Not always, just like it came in and out. And so they were doing a podcast, I guess for their YouTube channel or whatever, and I saw 2 guys in the booth, and they had these big industrial, mics. They had the headphones on. They were doing a podcast, and they were like pros, man. And I was like, man, they're doing a full-on podcast at the fucking show. I was like, well, that's fucking cool. So I'm going to put down the podcast. So podcast. I'm going to say the celebrities. The celebrities were very nice, very, very cool, very generous with their time. All the celebrities that I met, not one of them was a dick to me. They were super nice. They were super cool. But yeah, super cool. Yep. Let's see. I need 2 more. Podcast celebrities. I said movie cars. I'm gonna put down the stuff I bought. The stuff I bought, I got some pretty good stuff. So stuff I bought. And then number 10. What else? I'm going to put down free stuff because I got a lot of free stuff. Free stuff. There we are. Yo, Larry, what's up? I think it's your nerves. High anxiety will make you shit. That too. I did get some anxiety, man. I didn't have any anxiety. It was probably a mixture of what I ate. And I swear, I had trouble breathing on Saturday. Like, I only had one anxiety attack. I do have anxiety. Sometimes it comes and goes. But LC was like, did you really have one? I said, yeah. I said, I had to go into the bathroom. I went into a stall, and I had to, like, take a couple breaths because it was everything, Larry. It was the amount of people. It was thousands of people, and I had never been around that many people ever in my life. Like 70,000 plus people. Then there was so many booths. I was so excited. Then people kept bumping into you, and you could barely fucking move on Saturday. Sunday was a lot more enjoyable. I mean, I still enjoyed myself on Saturday, but when you guys watch the vlog, you guys are going to hear Fears complain a little bit on Saturday. Like, the start of the vlog, I was so pissed off of that parking attendant. I was like, I may have to cut a bitch. I was like, she was driving me nuts. So you're going to see it when you watch the vlog. Oh, I was pissed. And you can tell it's in my face. And then I got anxiety, and it was just too much, man. I've never experienced a con like that, so I was not faking anything, man. I even said it in the video. I was like, I had trouble breathing. It was so hot in there because of all the body heat. Finally, somebody must have turned down the AC. It started to cool off later on in the day. It was nice and cool on Sunday because there was less people there, but it was a shit show on Saturday. It was fucking nuts. But yeah, so I'd say it was a mixture, Larry. Probably the food I ate and the anxiety attack. But yeah, it was nuts. Let's see. You also said you got an Egg McMuffin and 2 hash browns for breakfast. Oh, you know what, Visions? I made a mistake. That's what it was. I'm sorry. I didn't lie. I forgot. That's what it was. On Saturday, I got an Egg McMuffin, 2 hash browns, and that's when I got my coffee. On Sunday, I got the BK Lounge when I was on my way to LC's house. My mistake. My bad. Thank you for correcting me. So, yeah. So, on Saturday, it was a coffee, the Egg McMuffin, 2 hash browns. Because I was like, I'm not going to eat anything at that con. On Saturday, the only thing I ate, some people had some free, like, food on their vendor tables. And so I took some candy and ate a little bit here and there, and then I brought 2 bottles of Fiji water, and I just sipped it all day just to keep myself hydrated. And then I did the same thing on Sunday. I ate before the con, and I ate the BK Lounge in my car, and then I just brought 2 more bottles of Fiji water. LC brought some water, and I just sipped it all day to keep myself hydrated. I forgot about that. Thank you, my friend. I forgot about that. So, but you and Larry are probably right. It was probably my anxiety. So yeah. But I didn't have both those meals on the same day. The first meal I had on Saturday, I just had a brain fart. I only had one meal during the day, which was the breakfast at McDonald's. And then when I got home here, then I ate something before I went to bed. And then on Sunday, before I went and picked up LC, I had the BK Lounge. That's right. Oh, I was just saying both Mickey D's and BK Lounge in one day is destructive. That is true. But once you said that, I was like, Fears, what the fuck are you talking about? I had a brain fart, and that helped me remember it, buddy. I was like, wait a minute. I'm like, I had a soda on Sunday when I had the BK Lounge. I said, when I had my coffee was when I had breakfast on Saturday. And I just totally forgot about that. And I was like, well, I don't want people thinking I fucking lied. I didn't lie. It was just a brain fart. And I was like, oh, shit, that's right. I'm like, I had that shit on Saturday and that shit on Sunday. I'm telling you guys, the older Fears gets, the more memory lapses I have. It's weird. I can remember tons of shit about certain things, and other shit, I'm like, I kind of need some help. So, yeah. Well, I didn't really stuff myself, Larry. I just had a nice little meal. But, yeah. But thank God I only had one anxiety attack. It only lasted like 10, 15 minutes. After I got a couple breaths, I took a couple sips of water. I was like, just calm down, Fears. You're good. And once it was gone, I was like, all right, let's get back out there. But I've never had an anxiety attack at a show until now. LC was not fucking around. It's not that I didn't believe LC. I just didn't think it was going to... I knew it was going to go nuts. I didn't know it was going to go that fucking nuts. You know, you guys get what I'm saying? And LC's like, Fears. Didn't I tell you? I was like, LC, it's not that I didn't believe you. I said, I believed you. I said, I love you like a brother, man. I 100% believed you. I said, it's just, I thought it was going to go a little nuts. So it went from a little nuts to a lot of nuts. I could not believe how ballistic it went on Sunday. I was like, this is fucking insanity. It's fun insanity, but it was fucking insanity. It was crazy. I was like, I may skip Saturday next year. I may just go like Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, because Saturday's a lot to handle. It's fucking insane, dude. was crazy, man. It was fucking nuts. Anyway, the premiere to my MegaCon video is at 7. Well, depending on when I finish LC, I'll either watch it after I eat dinner, after my stream is done, or I'll watch it before I go to work tonight. So, yeah. Yeah, it was nuts. But LC, we have got to go next year. So, hopefully I have a better job by next year, man. I'm telling you. I've been applying for jobs. I like my job to a certain extent, but it's getting so boring. Hey, Fears, we've got 40,000 boxes. Great. Awesome. Cheers for that. Grab a box, scan it, with my little scanner attached to my hand. This is all I do all night. Grab a box, scan it into the system, load it into the truck. Grab a box, scan it. It gets fucking mind-numbing after a while. I'm like, there's got to be a better job out there. So hopefully I can find something soon. But I'm going to take my dad's advice. My dad always said, it's great to have ambition and it's great to find a better job. But my dad always said, John, do not quit your job until you find a better job. He goes, once you lock that job in, then you can tell them, oh, thank you very much. I'm going to take this experience. I'm going to put it on my resume. It was great working here. You shake their hand, you put in your 2 weeks, and then you move on to the next job. And I was like, that's great advice, Dad. And he goes, that's how I always did it. And my dad was pretty successful, so I was like, thanks for the good advice. I will take that knowledge and I will use it. Yeah. But yeah. You know what, Larry? I've never used Xanax, but I've used benzo before. I have. And I'm not trying to gross anyone out. Just, I try to be honest with you guys because Fears hates lying. And no more lies. If I would have said, oh yeah, I didn't have any bathroom problems on Saturday, that would have been a big fucking lie. Because I was running to the bathroom like every 30, 40 minutes on Saturday. Sunday, I guess I flushed everything out. Because Sunday, I only went to the bathroom, I don't know, maybe once or twice. But Saturday, because LC didn't go on Saturday. Saturday, I was like, what the fuck is going on? It was like every 30, 40 minutes, I was like, oh shit, like clockwork, I better run to the bathroom. It was insane on Saturday. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, cleansing of the bowels has commenced. It was nuts. I shit you not. So, Larry, if I would have known it would have been that nuts, I would have took some benzo. If you guys don't know what benzo is, it helps contain your diarrhea. So again, I'm not trying to gross anyone out, just the Crohn's was a-flowing on Saturday. It was insane. It was nuts. All right. Let's see, what's next? Okay. Top 10. I've been watching a lot of Hey Dude. If you guys have never seen this show, it's not my favorite Nickelodeon show from back in the day, but it's one of them. My favorite Nickelodeon show when I was a kid. It would go Double Dare first, then Legends of the Hidden Temple, then Hey Dude, and then Salute Your Shorts. Those were my 4. But this is definitely a goodie. So if you've never seen this, it's a good show. There it is, Visions. That's another I don't know if it's a Fearsism, but it's a good Fears quote. I shit you not. Why? Because it's so funny. That's literally what happened. On Saturday, I literally shat my ass off. Pretty much. And you got to say it a certain way. There's different meetings, Visions. Like I shit you not, and then the classic, the go-to Fears. I shiat. I shiat. I fucking shiat. There it is. Say it either way you want. Yo, Nancy, what's up? Nancy, I feel so bad. You got me that gift card. I have not used it yet. I promise. I swear on my father's grave, I'm going to use it. I promise you. I just haven't found anything epic on Amazon to use it yet. But I promise, the minute I use it, I'm going to tell the fans and you, Nancy, because you are a fan and a friend, hey, Nancy got me this gift card. I bought this with her gift card. It's sitting right there, over there on the kitchen counter. And Visions, I found out how much was on that gift card. There was $20 on that Walmart gift card. I took it and said, hey, somebody gave this to me around Christmas time. I haven't used it yet. I said, can you just like scan it and look it up? And they said $20. I said, great, thank you. So I finally did. I haven't used that yet either, but I will. So yeah, all right. So season 1 is right here. So, all right, here we go. So top 10 episodes of Hey Dude, season 1. Here we go. Well, I mean, whenever you start watching a show, you got to go with the first episode, day 1 at the Barn on Ranch. So I'm gonna put day 1. Number 2, Ted's Saddle. Ted's Saddle was a pretty funny one. Ted's Saddle. That's a funny one. Employee of the Week. That's a good one. Rain Man. That's a funny one. Handcuffed. Perfect Father. That's a good one. Let's see here. Battle of the Sexes. The Goods. Loose Lips. Treasure. And then, this is hard. Because a lot of them, I mean, every episode is good. I used to watch all these when I was a kid. $100 competition. That's a good one. There we go. Let's see. Oh, that's funny, Larry. Fear should cosplay as a Boy Scout. I mean, I'm so short, Larry, I guarantee you my Boy Scout hat would probably still fit and my Boy Scout shirt would probably still fit. I'm not kidding. Sadly, all that stuff is in a box in Missouri, in my mom's basement with all my other stuff in a corner. So it's somewhere in a box. I don't know where, but somewhere. Yeah. So yeah, pretty good Boy Scout haul. I don't know if it was a Boy Scout haul, but yeah. When is the next big nerd haul from day 2? I already did that, Larry. I did that last night. I did day 1 2 days ago, and then I did the nerd haul from MegaCon yesterday. So you missed it. You missed it. You missed it. You missed it. I bought Girl Scout cookies, $6 a box. You know what, Nancy? I have nothing against Girl Scout cookies, but you got to get the what is it? The it's a little tiny cookie about that big around. It's got caramel in it, chocolate, and what is it called? It's my favorite one. All the other ones suck. What is it? It's the chocolate caramel. Hang on, let me look it up. Hang on. I know exactly. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's chocolate and caramel. It's the best Girl Scout cookie. It's my favorite cookie. Whenever they sell, because my mom is like me. She likes to donate to a lot of charity and stuff. Anytime a Girl Scout would come to our house, my mom would always buy the chocolate and caramel one because my mom loves that one. My dad liked that one. I liked it. My brother was the only one that didn't like that one for some reason. That cookie is good, man. Let's see. I need to go to Google Images. Girl Scout. It should tell me the name of this. I know what the fuck it is. I just cannot fucking remember the name of that cookie. Hang on. What is it? Hang on. Hang on. Where are you? Oh, where the hell is it? I can't find it. Hang on. I know exactly what I'm looking for. I know Caramel Delights. That's what it's called. You got, so all of the Girl Scout cookies, you got shortbread, you got thanks a lot, lemons, mango creams, peanut butter patties, caramel delights, and then thin mints. We would always get the caramel delights, where it's caramel chocolate on a cookie. That one is the best cookie that the Girl Scouts have. Caramel delights. I'm telling you guys, take Fierce's word for it. All the other ones suck. Caramel delights is where it's at. Caramel delights. Oh my God, they're so good. The caramel delights are the best ones. I'm telling you, I've tried them all because my mom would always donate to charity, like whenever I was growing up, and she would buy like one box of all the cookies. Even if my mom didn't like it, she was just showing support. Because I think my mom was they have their own version in England. They've got their own version of Boy Scouts, and they've got their own version of Girl Scouts. And I remember my mom said she was some type of Girl Scout when she was growing up in England. They got their own version, though. And I was always like, Mom, you don't like those cookies. I said, why don't you buy the ones that we like? She goes, well, I am going to buy the ones. But she's like, John, I'm going to buy a box, like one sample a box. So then they get a lot of money for their... I was like, all right, that's cool, Mom. So my mom would buy them all. And then the ones that we didn't like, my mom would just hand out, like at church and stuff, to people that did like them. And then we would just eat the caramel ones. Because the caramel ones are the best fucking cookies. I'm telling you, guys have got to try them. They're fucking great. So yeah. All right. Nancy says, and the thin mints suck now. Well, I never liked the mints, Nancy. It's all about those caramel ones. The caramel ones are fucking great. Vision says, yeah, those caramel, that's what it was. It's caramel, chocolate, and coconut. Thank you, Visions. And they're called Caramel Delights. I just looked it up. He says, yeah, those caramel coconut ones are dank. Yeah, those are the best ones. They're called Caramel Delights. You guys have got to try them. They're beyond dank. They're fucking mind-blowing. They're so good. Let's see. Nancy says, I saw the scrap metal part thing and stickers. Yep. Well, there was other stuff in it, Larry, but that was a lot of it. Oh, Biscuit, you're missing out. He says, I don't like the Caramel Delights. You're missing out, dude. Those are the best. Those are the best. Those are the best. Peanut butter patties reign supreme. No. Crap. Garbage. Garbage. You got to get on that Caramel Delights, man. But anyway, to each their own. If you like them, buddy, that's great. I don't like them. It's all about that Caramel Delights, bitch. That's right. I love those. Love them. They all seem to taste different these days. That's true. That's true. I haven't had a Caramel Delight in quite a while, buddy, so I've kind of forgotten the taste because I haven't bought one in a while. But I used to love the Caramel Delights back in the day. All right. Oh, wait. There we go. All right. So the next Lego build, the next Lego build is this. So in about a day or two, I'm going to take apart this. We're going to be working on the good old Easter Bunny. Good old Easter Bunny. This is the last Lego build I did. Nice little build. Oh, shit. I hope that didn't break it. Crap. Oh, thank God. I thought this was going to smash to pieces. The antenna came off. Hang on. There we go. Whew. I was scared. That thing fell back. I was like, this is going to be destroyed. There we go. So, yeah, this is the recent build, guys. And there's two reasons why I got this. One, the Lego guy inside looks exactly like a Lego Fears. And second, my brother's got a red sports car that looks pretty much exactly like this. That was the second reason. It kind of reminded me of my brother and his car. And third, it was super cheap. It was like $9. Well, it was like $8.50, but with tax, it was like $9. So I was like, that's a nice little build, super cheap. Why not? So check it out. That's Lego Fears right there. The only thing that I did different is I went over to my Luke Skywalker and I said, I don't care about Luke Skywalker's hair. I took off the brown hair because I've got brown hair. And I took off the black hair, put the brown hair from Luke Skywalker on, took the black hair and put it on my Luke Skywalker. And I was like, now it looks like Fierce. Because look, he's wearing my favorite shades. He's wearing Ray-Bans, and he's got the Hawaiian shirt, and he's got the Michael Knight brown leather jacket, and the Indiana Jones brown jacket. And then he's wearing, Fierce's blue jeans. So I was like, that's Lego Fears if I've ever seen it. So hell yeah. And it was a fun little build. Pretty sweet. There it is. Let's see. What Girl Scouts... Wait. What girls don't turn the money in... Oh! That's not right. That's not right, Biscuit. Come on. I used to think selling candy bars in school was so fun. It was just slave labor. You know what, Visions? To each their own. I did not mind it. I sold tons of candy bars in middle school and high school, and I sold candy bars to help get money for my church. And I sold the most. So whenever I would go to church camp, you could either go to church camp two ways. Either your parents would pay for you to go, or if you sold candy bars and you raised enough money to go to church camp, you would donate half the money for your ticket to go to church camp, and the other portion would go to the church. And I didn't mind helping my church out getting money. And I sold one year I sold 17 or 18 boxes. So Fears Man has always been a good businessman. Always. Always. I know you're joking, buddy, but I never thought it was slave labor. I actually always had a lot of fun, selling candy. That's just me. Other people probably wouldn't like it, but I always had fun. Always. All right. Time for a movie review. I had to go classic. I hadn't watched Red Dawn in quite a while. It's a good one. 1986 or 1987? God, the fucking print on here. Look how tiny that print is. It's ridiculous. I think it's 1987. Oh, wait, no. 1984. So 1 year after I was born. I was born in 83. You got Patrick Swayze in it. You got let's see. Leah Thompson from Back to the Future. You got William Smith. You got Charlie Sheen in it. Before Charlie Sheen went crazy and started doing drugs and dating porn stars and going fucking ballistic, he was in this. This movie is fucking great. This movie was great. Love it. It kind of takes place not in the future. It's the not too distant future. But it's like that 80s future that we all love and know. So, good old Red Dawn. I'm going to give it, let's see. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Great action sequences. Definitely a blow me up movie. This is a movie that my dad would love. great blow me up movie. Because there's explosions fucking everywhere. I'll be honest, my dad, you know, I asked my mom the other day, I said, Mom, I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this, because I was talking to my mom, because she was like, hey, how was the con? I was like, epic. Epic. And my mom's like, oh, I'm so glad you had a good time. And then I told her I said, hey, Mom, I said, did you and Dad ever watch the Twilights? She was like, some of them. I said, did you like them? She goes, your dad didn't, but he watched them because I liked a few of them. I said, did you watch all of them? She goes, no. She goes, I only watched like the third one and the first one. I said, okay. I said, you remember? I said, remember the big beefy guy that played Emmett? And she goes, yeah. I said, yeah, he just thought I was so cool, and he thought my last name was so cool. He's like, hey, Fierce, bust out the camera. And I was like, are you serious? And my mom's like, oh, did you get an interview? I was like, oh, I did. And she's like, oh, you're going to have to show it to me. I said, oh, I will. I said, whenever I upload it, I said, I'll give you a little show. Then I asked my mom, I said, Mom, I said, I was telling the fans about my dad and how much he liked movies. I said, didn't Dad only watch, like, action movies and whatever you wanted to watch, Mom? She goes, yeah. She goes, we had a deal. She goes, if I had to sit through all your dad's, like, action blow-me-up movies, then he had to sit through all the dramas and all the romantic comedies that I liked. And I said, okay. I said, but he would only watch them because he loved you, right, Mom? She goes, yeah. She goes, he didn't really like comedies. He didn't really like romance. He said he thought some comedies were funny. So I said he liked a little bit. He said, yeah. He goes, he didn't like the romantic comedies. He just liked comedies. So my dad watched a lot of comedies and action, and he liked sci-fi, because my dad is the one that got me into Star Trek. And I said he didn't like horror. My mom's like, no, we didn't watch any horror movies. And I was like, okay. So really, my dad only watched 3 genres. Shitloads of action, a tiny bit of comedy, and a crap load of sci-fi. And I was like, that's kind of like me. I watch a shitload of sci-fi and a shitload of action movies. So the only difference between me and my dad is I watch a lot of horror movies, sci-fi, action, and comedy, and fuck all the romantic drama and all that other crap. And all that crapola. So yeah. Let's see. Larry says, the Little Visions should have been selling his own. Oh my God. Oh shit, Larry. I didn't say that, Visions. That is a Larry quote to the max. Street kids know that hustle. I mean, I was kind of hustling, you know, because I didn't want to miss church camp. Because I remember I was young, and I was like, oh man, there's going to be a lot of honeys at church camp. I mean, obviously I went to church camp for the main reason, my love for God and Jesus. But I was like, you know, while I'm there, I might as well, you know, hit on some honeys, which I did. And I remember when I had to sign up, Larry, you know, for classes, they had 2 types of classes at church camp. They had the important ones, and then they had the fun ones. So what I did, even Fears back then, I was doing the deals even back there. They're like, hey, Fears, do you want all your important classes at the first part of the day, and then all your fun classes, you know, in the afternoon? Which I did, because I was like, all right, then I can get through all the important classes. And you always had 2 important classes and then 2 fun classes. So I would always do, like, I'd wake up, they would do like morning devotions, and then we had breakfast, and then right after breakfast you had your 2 important classes. And I did Bible study, and what was the other one? It was Bible study and what was the other one? I'm trying to think. God, what was the other fucking class I did? I can't remember the other class, but anyway, once that was done, then I would always do like volleyball, because a lot of all the sexy honeys were like doing volleyball, and Fears likes volleyball, but I got to see all the cute like church camp girls like volleyball, and I guess other guys liked my plan, so they're like, hey, Fears, we're going to sign up for volleyball so we can, like, mac on the chicks and, like, you know, goof off with them. And I was like, that's what I'm doing. I'm like, so if you want to come and chill out with me, I'm like, I'm going to be with the 20 other girls, you know, playing some volleyball. And then I would either do volleyball or I would do soccer because the girls did the soccer. And then I always did a swimming class because all the girls were at the swimming class. So I was like, afternoon. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. So yeah, let's see. Vision says all the kids that sold their own candy in my school all turned into drug dealers. They all had, oh shit. Well, thank God that didn't happen to me. Thank God that didn't happen to me, Visions. That's nuts. But you did say there's a lot of drugs and a lot of bums, and a lot of alcohol and going fucking ballistic in Portland, man. Oh man. Man, oh man, oh man. All right, back to this. Well, that's insane. That's nuts. Oh my Lord. Like, hey man, I went from selling candy, a Snickers bar, to selling acid. Yeah, right on. What the hell? That's nuts. That's crazy. Oh shit. Oh man, oh man, oh man. I don't know, maybe because I'm from a small Midwestern town, you know, that never happened. Because I've told you guys before, Fears was like the all-American boy growing up. I went to church. I was in the church choir. I sold candy. Went to school. Got like A's and B's. Well, I don't want to lie. I got A's and B's in the classes that were interesting. I've told this before. If it wasn't interesting to Fears, I just got enough to pass the class. Like I enjoy reading now. When I was a kid, I can't lie. When I was a kid, I didn't do a lot of reading. So whenever I went to like the reading class or like English class, I was like, all right, it's time for a snooze. And I would just go like that, and I'd put my hat down, and you know, I'd have a little nap. And then the teacher would wake me up and go, Fears, pay attention. And then I would do enough to pass the class. I got A's and B's like in the stuff that I liked. Like I got A's and B's in science. Got A's and B's in like gym class and history. I always thought history was interesting in gym class because then you got to play sports. And then I definitely got an A in art class for sure. Because Fears, you know me, I love art. But all the other courses, I was like, all right, time for a nap. But yeah, that was another thing I got to write down. They had a lot of artwork at MegaCon. The artwork was going fucking insane at MegaCon. Everywhere you looked, there was, hey, I just made this. I'm a painter. I'm a sculptor. One guy made this, what was it? It was, he had a sculpture of Venom, a sculpture of Superman, a sculpture of Batman and Deadpool, all of them on his table, all made out of clay, and then he painted the clay. And I was like, you sculpted that out of clay? He goes, yeah. He goes, and then I painted it, you know, the colors that's Deadpool and Wolverine and da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, dude, that's fucking awesome. Well, I would turn on my phone and show you a picture of it, but I don't want that idiot calling me back because the trolls always call me through my shows. But I'm going to put number 11, I'm going to put artwork for top 10 things I like about MegaCon. I kind of forgot about that. So 11, artwork. Because the artwork was going nuts. The artwork was going nuts. All right. Let's see. Lantern says, LOL. I meant the kids that bought their own candy at the store were... Oh, okay. I got you. I got you, Visions. I got you. I never sold drugs, but I did have a few working girls. I'm sure you did, Larry. Got those side hustles, got those side girls, got those side deals. Oh, shit. Visions with a nice Fierce quote. Oh, Lordy. Oh, Lordy. Oh, Lordy is indeed when it comes to Larry. You know, if Larry isn't smoking cigarettes, then he's doing those fucking side hustles, those fucking side deals, those fucking side girls. I know what's up, Larry. Oh, Lord. Pimp Master Larry, that's right, Nancy. LOL, Larry has a strong pimp hand. Pimp Master Larry. Yes, he does. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I'm telling you what, man. Larry on those fucking side hustle deals. I'm telling you. Oh, Lord. All right. Red Dawn. 9 out of 10. Great action. Great blow-me-up movie. Not too distant future. Not too distant future. And it's essentially about the Russians are trying to take over America, and then a group of like teenagers and college kids are like, bullshit, you're not taking over our town. And they do a full out like World War III, you know, and essentially it is World War III. Thank God this never happened in real life. But they're like, oh, you're going to take over our town? Fuck you. And they start killing the Russians start killing them. It's an all-out war. They go fucking ballistic, and eventually, the college kids and the teenagers take over and win over the Russians and pretty much kick the Russians' ass. So yeah. So my favorite scene is the last battle sequence at the end where Patrick Swayze's character's like, you know what? Fuck these Russians. I've had enough. I'm taking these fuckers out. Enough is enough. You know, time to pull out all the stops, and it's an all-out war scene at the end. So, I'm going to put down final war scene. That's probably the best scene out of the whole film. I mean, I love the whole film. It's probably the best one in the whole movie. It's a good one. It's definitely a good one. Let's see what else. I highly recommend it if you've never seen it. I'm sure you guys have, but for all the people out there that haven't seen it, you guys have totally got to go check it out. Highly recommend it. Very 80s. And it's it's a little outdated, but it's not super outdated. It's definitely worth checking out again, though. So, I'm going to put down very 80s. Very 80s. And Leah Thompson was in a lot of 80s films. She did a little bit in the 90s, and now she just does, like, Comic-Con conventions. She hasn't acted in quite a long time, but back in the 80s and 90s, man, she was busy in the 80s and 90s. She was, like, in every 80s movie, or almost every 80s movie that they fucking made back in the 80s. She was in a lot of shit back then. She's a good actress. Patrick Swayze did a lot, too. He's a good actor. He was in that 90s movie, Ghost. He was a really good actor. I think he passed away, though, but when he was alive, he was doing some good acting. All right. The menu. It's like half comedy, half horror. It's both. It's a good mixture of both. The menu. The best scene for me is when this guy is so full of shit in the movie. He's a great actor. This was another guy I met at Comic-Con. I forgot to tell you guys about that. Well, I did tell you on Saturday, but I had a brain fart today. I did meet him, and I talked to him about the menu and said, I love that. And he was like, really? He goes, that's kind of like a little art film I did. I said, well, just because it's a little art film doesn't mean I can't like it. I'm like, dude, you were awesome in that. So I did meet him, too. I forgot to tell you guys today. I told you guys on Saturday. But I did meet him. Great actor. The best scene is when he finally commits suicide, because in the movie, he's basically like a bullshitter. The only thing true about his character is he knows a lot about food, and he idolizes the chef. But everything else, he's just bullshitting. He's on a date with her, and he's just bullshitting everything else that he talks about to that fucking chick. And she calls him on his own shit. She's like, you're so full of shit. She goes, the only thing true about you is that you're obsessed with him and that you know a lot about food because you idolize him. And then the chef finally calls him out and says, you're full of shit. You say you're a good cook. Show us. He puts a chef's coat on him. He attempts to cook. He realizes that he's full of shit, and the chef whispers something into his ear, basically like, why don't you just end it? Just end it all. He goes in the back and fucking hangs himself, and he ends it all. But the whole scene, when you watch him, he's like, oh yeah, I'm this great chef, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. And you can tell he's like totally bullshitting his way through the conversation that he has with Chef, and he's bullshitting all his way through his date with that girl. So the whole scene, that's the best death in the movie, and that's the best scene, because I thought it was hilarious. I'm watching, I was like, this guy is so full of shit, it's beyond belief. So, and she calls him on his shit, and he calls him on his shit, and I just thought it was fucking funny, because I was like, dude, it's cool to idolize this guy, but you're fucking lying to him, you know? So, yeah. So, I'm just going to put down when he hangs himself. It's a funny scene. It's both. It's a funny scene. It's very dramatic when he kills himself, because I'm like, oh shit, I didn't expect that. What the fuck? And then, but it's funny because up until his death, he's just bullshitting his way through the whole fucking dinner sequence. So, I'm gonna give the movie. It's not a perfect 10. It's still an enjoyable watch. I'm gonna give it an 8.5. 8.5. I do recommend it. What's another scene? Oh, probably her and her fight scene. She's trying to kill her, and she ends up killing her. So, the girl fight scene is probably my second favorite scene. So, girl fight scene. That's a good one. Good balance of comedy and horror. So, good balance of both. So, good balance of horror and comedy. There we go. Oh, hang on. I'm running out of space here. There we go. Let's see here. Larry says, how rude of me, Visions. How are you feeling? I had the time of my life. No, I never felt this way before. Larry's going nuts. Let's see. My girls were good, Nancy. Only... Oh, wow. Wow. All right, Larry. That was nuts. Larry's going nuts in the chat. That's great. I love it. All right. Well, I think I'm going to save the movie prop talk for tomorrow. I'm getting really tired, guys, and we've been going an hour and 43 minutes, but what a good show. What a good show. What a good show. Nancy says, yes, I swear it's the truth, and I owe it all to you. There you go. There you go, Nancy. Well, another great stream. One for the books. I'm taking off. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Fears loves you guys. Fears cares about you guys as always. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. You might need to have Whoopi. That's right. That's right, Visions. A little Patrick Swayze, a little Whoopi, a little Demi Moore, you know, right before Patrick Swayze's character dies. They do a little, they do a little pottery session, a very intimate pottery session, mind you. Oh. There you go. There you go. That's a good movie. Ghost is a really good movie. That I would give Ghost a 10 out of 10. You know, because it's like paranormal. It's paranormal and it's a little bit of a horror movie because people do die in it. So it's both. It's a paranormal movie because of, you know, ghosts and spirits and stuff. But then it's a horror movie. So it's a good combination of both. So I did enjoy Ghost. Patrick Swayze is a fantastic actor. It's a shame that he passed away. It sucks. But when he was alive, he made some kick-ass films, buddy. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I'm taking off. I need to make dinner, and I need to do some more laundry and stuff. And I need to get editing too, because I'm so far behind. Anyway, Fears loves you guys. Fears cares about you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to moi, Fears. FearsMan26, the main channel. Fears Vlogs is channel number 2. Check out Larry Tate 26. Larry, I'm giving you all these plugs, man. You got to make some videos, man. Make some content. Follow the Sega Camp Gamer and Wear Camp. I'm going to have Sega on very soon, again, because he hasn't been on the show in a while. Sega Camp Gamer 22 on Twitch. The Sega Camp Gamer on YouTube. Follow Girl Gamer Resi on Twitch and YouTube. Follow Tommy NC motherfucking 2010. The myth, the man, the legend. And last, but certainly not least, follow Randall, Lord Randall, at Cameo Man 2021 and his second channel, The Mayor of Magic. And this is Fears. Signing off. Peace. Deuces. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.